Hello.
The right mic. Okay. Okay, that should be better. Hi. Okay. What is up? Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. Kind of forgot how to stream. I'm not gonna lie. It's rough out here. But yeah, I am streaming Loki. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I think the chat should be working. Everything should be working. If it's not, then like, I don't know. Kill me. Don't know. I'm gonna animate today. There's something I'm working on that I've been working on for a while. You might be able to use like your inquisitive thinking to know what it is. If the audio is bad and you're like, turn up your mic, like tell me. By the way, but yeah, I'm doing some animating right now, and I really gotta quicken this process because I was literally just like, I think I did a little too much. But like I think I wanted to make it really good, so I was like, I'm gonna add all this stuff to it, but like to finish that within a month, it's not easy, but it's okay because it's still gonna be pretty simple. It's gonna be like kind of looping, sort of, but I still have to get it out within the month. But yeah, so I'm gonna color this and hopefully finish coloring that. It would be nice. I noticed a mistake. But yeah, I'm animating it with Clip Studio. I know, kind of crazy. Hi, Digital Crispy. Hi, Terry. Hi, Ren. Hi, Dabs. Hi, Locally Simple. What is good, guys? I know I haven't streamed on YouTube and Hotmail. I haven't streamed on Hotmail in general, but like on YouTube is kind of rare. Yeah. Just merge some stuff here so it's a little easier on my life. Okay. Hi. Loki about to eat, so I'll probably have to go soon. That is okay, Dabs. Like I'll feel your aura. It's okay. Hi, Angel Fox. Hi. Stop looking at my username. My bad. Hi, 3080. Hi, oh, I already said hi to you. Oh my god. Never been in one of your streams? I mean, that makes sense. I have not streamed in a bit. I'm not gonna lie. If you want to see what the animation for this looks like, it's like that. The way I animate is like low-key formulaic. Please understand. Okay. Go shut up. Okay. I want to put that in there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be the unfun part where I have to like color. So I just have to make all the colors, like all the colored frames. Like this is my least favorite part of animating. I feel like any given time, if I'm like not done with an animation, you can just assume that I have to color in frames, and that's like the parts that take the longest. Because if I'm at the parts that aren't about coloring in the frames, then I'll get that done quickly. Even though it does take a long time, like I want to do that more because I like doing that. But coloring in frames, I fucking hate doing that. So does that make sense? Sorry. Hi Masha Alabek. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Hi Mocha. Hi Craven. Happy 420. Is it 420? Oh no, it's 419 for me. Eating the art right now? That's crazy, Dabs. That's crazy. I've missed your streams. I appreciate that. You know, like, I haven't streamed in a while because you know me, but like, I'm just inconsistent. But I was thinking about streaming for like a while, like about a week. Like, well, more than that, because ever since I started working on this, I was like, it'd be fun to work on this on stream. But then I just like never found the time. Like, streaming on weekdays is low-key hard. But I had spring break this week. This is the tail end of my spring break, duh. But like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna stream so much over spring break, and I fully wanted to, but I traveled and I did a lot of stuff with my friends, and I had rehearsals, and it was just like by the time I had like free nights, there was always something to do. Sorry, there's like a bag of Kit Kats on my chair because I'm like I'm just built like that. Actually, I didn't even put it in my room. In my defense, my mom put it in my room because I got it at the store and she was like, don't put that in downstairs because then I'm gonna eat that. So I think she put it in my room so that I would just eat it. So I'm not that unhealthy, I swear. Happy early Easter. Thank you. To you as well. It's a once in a lifetime for quiz to stream. That is not false. Or like I'll go through like a phase of like streaming like consistently, and then you'll get used to me streaming, and then I'll disappear again. I want to do animations for Art Fight, but the coloring always gets me. It's so boring, right? Coloring is so boring, especially like I would say like I'm probably gonna animate your characters, Dabs, for Art Fight because your characters are like pretty solid colors, so it's like each frame I don't have to copy and paste anything. I can just like start coloring it, which is nicer actually in my opinion. But when you have like a complex design like Dante's design, it's like you kind of have to copy and paste the frames and just do this like line art cleanup, because if you just start freehanding it, okay, wait, we're gonna turn these off. But if you just start freehanding it, like it's gonna look really bad because there's so many like patterns and stuff, like they need to be in the same place every time. I mean, you could use the little like onion skin thing and make it like exact, but that's just so much work for coloring, because now you're not only animating the line art, which is enough work on its own, but now you have to do that same process with every single pattern on a character. And I know that's probably how like animators do it, but that's not how this one does it, so screw that. I love your Sona design. Thank you. I really appreciate that. When is Dante due for a redesign? I don't think he is right now, because I haven't been feeling the his design is booty yet, which is usually how I feel right before I redesign something. So I'm not planning on it right now. But you know what he is due for? Oh shoot. Wrong layer. But you know what he is due for? He's due for a new reference sheet. I will not lie. But we could do that sometime between now and Art Fight and remake his reference sheet. It's nothing on his old reference sheet is inaccurate. It's just like old. I remember making that reference sheet. Was that the one I made before an Art Fight? One of the reference sheets that I used for him was made right before an Art Fight, and like at the time I was like, this is really good. This is a reference sheet, by the way. At the time, but I still think it's good. You know, like I sat there, I was pretty dedicated to making that look good, but I just feel like it's kind of just hard to read. I feel like I wish I made, like, there's a few things. I wish I made a transparent background, or at least like a version of the transparent background, because I don't mind having it with the color, but that's because I just have it on another tab. But when I'm drawing on Procreate, I do not like all the background because I don't need it. And if you watched my video about that, then you would know, okay, if you were a real fan. No offense. You can stay, haters stay, and then watch it after I stop streaming. But I feel like it could have been condensed a little bit. I don't know. I want to... Guys, I'm not gonna lie. If I redesign Dante, I might get rid of these things. What do you guys think? Do you think he needs those? Like, I know it's my character at the end of the day, and it's like, I should just do what I want to do, but like, I don't know, I've been thinking about it. Cause like, I like them, like they're cute, right? They're like iconic. But at the same time, every time I draw him, I always feel like it's such a pain in the ass to draw those little eye bag things. They're not eye bags, but that little like, pattern. And logistically, when his eyes are closed, it's awkward, okay? Like, since I've been animating a lot of blinks for this animation, like, when he goes like that, right, you have these eye bags here. So how I've been drawing it is that it just continues, like something like that. But let's say his eyes weren't there. Like, logistically, what is that pattern? Like, I made it with less experience of design. And I know a lot of people have those, and I think they're cute, right? Like, it's just like, it's not like I invented, like, it's a common design trope, you know? But I don't know if I love it, especially for like animating. It's just like, they're just kind of inconvenient. So like, I don't know, I've been thinking, like, maybe if I redesign Dante, I might get rid of those. But it's weird, because didn't I add those in? I forgot. I literally made this character. I forgot if his original design had those and then I added it in. I think they did. They were there. They've always been there, I think. Because he had a redesign. No, because I talked about this before. When I redesigned Dante, when I gave him his little like design tweak overhaul thing, when I did that, I simplified it. I did not add a lot to his design. I took things away, and I feel like that's what I kind of am inclined to do again, is take more stuff away, because I don't know how I feel about those little things. I feel like they don't need to be there, and I've been thinking about it a lot because when I was gonna make his redesign ref, I was like, honestly, I shouldn't have merged. I kept them in separate layers for a reason. Why did I merge that? I think I'm just so used to animating on Procreate where I'm like, oh, merging it makes life easier. It doesn't, though, because now they're like folders. So I could have just left it unmerged, but who cares? Who even give a gaff? But yeah, I don't know, I've been thinking of it because I was like, oh, if I make a remade reference sheet, then I should put a close-up of his eye because, you know, people always forget the semicircle. But then I was just like, but like sometimes I don't even want to draw them. So I'm just like, what if I just got rid of them? And that solves the problem. That essentially solves the problem, you know, like, now they're not even there, so now you don't even need them. Dante just doesn't blink. Wait, facts. I'm also on spring break. Okay, fire. I got 2 weeks of spring break because my siblings didn't match up. Free break. Oh wait, that's crazy. That's really cool. Just wanted to say hi real quick. Hi, Joe Fox. How are you so good at color palettes? Genuinely asking. I can't do palettes for shit. Honestly, I don't know. Like, everything I do is very formulaic. Is that a word? Formulaic or whatever? I keep saying that. I've said that like twice this stream and I don't even know it's a word. But like, it's very formulaic. Same way anime is very, like, it's just like, I usually pick, there's usually like 2 main colors. Like one, like let's say like, oh, that's the forbidden color scheme. We don't use that anymore. Let's say like that's the, oh. Okay, wait. Let me log in. That's like awful and I hate that. But let's say that's the color scheme. I just don't really feel like making one right now. And then usually I'm just like, oh, like add darker colors. So that's like a good like half and half like formula. But when it comes to something like this, usually it's like the main color. Because say I wanted to make a red character and I have this like red. And then I pick like maybe a darker red because, you know, like for patterns and stuff. And let's say that maybe I want like a pale red, more pink. Pale red has a name. So like for like their chest and stuff or things like light colors. And then I'm like, okay, well, I need something for like their eyes and like their ears and stuff. So like what's a nice color to go alongside red or like to complement that? And let's say I wanted to make like a red and purple character. I'm like, this is gonna go for all their eyes and stuff like that, and like maybe some like darker version of that for like this part of the eye. So that's usually how I make like general palettes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it usually just starts like, oh, I want to make a red character, and then I just like expand on that, I guess. I mean, if you usually forget to draw it, then it's better to just get rid of it. That's what I'm thinking, but it's like, it's not forget. It's just sometimes I just like, I know it's there. It's just sometimes I don't want to draw it, which if anything, that's like, oh, well, then more so to get rid of it. But like, I don't know. like, I just feel like, sometimes I think they're cute. Like, if I'm drawing something stationary, like, if this was the drawing that I'm making right now, then, like, yeah, I would want them there. But it's like when I'm animating him, or if his eyes are ever closed in a drawing, it's just like a pain, and then I just don't want it there anymore. So, I don't know, like, I've been thinking about it. I've been pondering on that, on just getting rid of it from the design. I can make it optional, you know, if there's things like that where it's just like, oh, it's like, I don't really love it, but there's sometimes I'll draw, usually I make it optional, but I don't like to make patterns optional, because that's like that's a pattern, you know what I mean? Like, that's like fur pattern. I don't like to make that optional. I say it doesn't matter what's needed, just what pleases you. That's real. Made it for a quiz stream. Hi, Villa Rose. My spring break was hype moments and aura. Me too. I did that like ice bucket thing that's going around Instagram. And like, yeah, I had like a good spring break. I was productive. Like, I'm not even gonna say that I wasn't productive, because I was, but like, I wish I could have been more productive. Like, I just had more time. I don't know. A week did not feel like enough for what the stuff I was trying to do. Because I was trying to balance it between, because I have a lot of concerts that just unfortunately happen to be falling on like the same week. Right, so like I have that going on, and I was like, well, I need to practice for those, right? Because I can't be showing up to those not knowing my songs. And I know my songs, obviously, but like some of them are kind of messy, kind of sloppy. So I'm just like, yeah, you know, that could be better. And I think I cleaned them up this week. But then there was this, and I was like, I need to work on this, because like this has a time limit as well. You know, that those have a time limit too, because it's like, I have to practice now, because when am I going to practice after? You know, if the concerts are this upcoming week, then yeah, like I kind of have to practice over spring break. But this has to be finished within the month. So I guess I get a little bit more leniency, because a few of the concerts are like 27th, but I don't want to push it to the last day. Like, I want this out as soon as I can get this out. So I was like, yeah, I do have to work on this as well. But then I also had like homework. I had to do my homework, and then there's like college stuff for my housing, like dorm application form. Had to do that. So, you know, like there was a good deal of stuff that I had to do. And I feel like usually if I didn't have anything to do, you know, like I would be less productive in general. So I don't hate that. I don't hate that I had stuff to do. It's just sometimes it's kind of frustrating, because I'm like, 1 week does not feel like enough sometimes. But it's going to be hectic, and then all the concerts are going to happen, and I'm going to have a lot of fun in the concerts, and then they're going to be over, and I'm going to, like, be happy that I showed up, because I'm trying not to have the thought process of, like, oh my god, why did I join so much shit? Like, because there's jazz band, then there's, like, our stupid school band is, like, cooking this year, so we're going to, like, a gala thing, and there's that. But then I'm a percussionist, so there's, like, percussion ensemble festivals that I'm doing, and I'm on a lot of songs that we're doing, or I think I'm on almost every song, that's one that we're doing for that, unfortunately, which usually I'm only on like one of them or two, because we usually do 3 songs. Like we do 2 ragtime songs, and we do like a big piece. Usually I'm on like the big piece and like maybe backgrounds for like the rags, but I'm doing the big piece and backgrounds for the rags this year, and it's like I didn't not want to do a rag, but it is what it is, so I'm doing that. And then I have like my band show like at a restaurant, but the theme for that is MCR, and I have a lot of solos, and I have, I think, the 2 main solos that's like, okay, those are like low-key difficult, or I'm not okay, which is not terribly difficult, but it's like technically it's 1 guitar that plays the solo, but it's like an octave part. But we made it 2 guitars. 1 person is playing the higher part of the same solo, and I'm playing like the main part of that solo. So you really have to be in tempo, because someone else is playing the exact same thing as you, and like if it's not in tempo, it's gonna sound so bad. So I'm like, okay, I need to make sure like that is great. And then there's this song called Bulletproof Heart, which is just hard. Like, it's just a difficult solo, and it shouldn't be. It's like pretty straightforward, but it's kind of hard to hear over like the distortion. I'm like, okay, like I get like this is probably boring to hear about, but it's like I can't. It's just difficult, and I took like a lot of just like sit with a metronome and practice it type of difficult, where it's like, yes, it's possible. Like, I know I can play it, and I can play it now. But I was like, yeah, I really, like, there's no getting around it. Like, I actually, like, I can't, like, learn this and then be chill with it for, like, the rest of the week. Like, I need to actually sit down and keep practicing this over and over and over again. And then I will be able to play it. But it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Okay. we're done. We're done May, like, 4th, I think, but then there's AP exams. But wait, who even cares? Who even cares? We're already going to college. Who even cares? I'm gonna miss spring break because I can't draw as much then. I want to finish some references. Right, I need to lock in that too. Oh, hi, Indo. Do you like My Little Pony? And if yes, do you have a pony Sona? I do. I actually really, really like My Little Pony. Like a lot. I do not. Oh, no, I do have a pony Sona because I have a version of Dante, like an AU for Dante that's like a My Little Pony character. And he's a Pegasus, and his like cutie mark thing. It's on his toy house. If you were so inclined to see it, but he has like a music note type thing for his cutie mark. And he's a Pegasus. Cause you're busy. Yeah, I know. My break is still going, so I'm happy about that. That is so great. Like mine's technically still going. We have Sunday, and we have the rest of today. Same with me for real. Prepared for art fight and stuff, and just coded. But like, dog, the week is gone, and it felt like 3 days, and I got 1 hour long homework that's looking real devious right now. Right? Like, I'm happy I'm doing stuff. Like, I'd much rather be busy. Like, I would never. Like, I'm the type of person where it's like, I hate not having something to do. Like, I can't lie. Like, I'm all for, like, bedrotting, and I get a surprising amount of TikTok time during the day, scavenging for time to scroll through reels. Like, no. Like, so, like, I like doing that. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I don't like having days where I'm, like, doing absolutely nothing. Like, if I have a day that I'm doing absolutely nothing, I end up driving out and doing something anyway. Like, I'm like, okay, like, I gotta go to Wawa and get something, or like I gotta go to Sephora, like which sounds horrible. Like it's like, okay, so you just like you're consumerist, but like yeah, but like also like I need to leave my house, like you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like Wawa's like pretty cheap, I can use my Wawa's or whatever, and just like if I'm just sitting at home, I don't want to sit at home, so I'm like I usually call one of my friends up and I'm like, you guys want to do something, or like you know what I mean, like or I'll go out on my own. It's like if my friends are busy. If I'm with my friends, then I don't need to do that, but like, yeah, I know. I'm a disaster. I'm very, very consumerist in some aspects. When it comes to Sephora, like, I'm anyway. Oh shit, you just remind me that I was supposed to practice for my concert. You can multitask, you can watch the stream and practice, no? Oh my gosh, I haven't been to your streams in so long. You're not... Welcome back, but also, like, I haven't streamed in so long, so you did not miss anything. Hi, Quiz. Hi, Sai. What is up? The band stuff sounds stressful. Like, a little bit, but it's also, like, fun, because I love it. And you know what we're gonna do, like, costumes, for the show. And I don't know if you guys know MCR, but, it's, like, this big, like, marching band theme, for MCR, so I'm gonna be like the drum major, but we're doing costume design, which is fun, right? And I'm excited to do that. And like someone's mom in the shows took our measurements today at our rehearsal, because we had a rehearsal today and a rehearsal yesterday, and like dress rehearsals. Even though our concert actually isn't until a few weeks from now, it's just that we can't rehearse on the week after this, so we had dress rehearsals. But she took our measurements for those costumes, so I'm gonna do the drum major. So I'm gonna have, I don't know if you've ever seen the Black like, have you heard Welcome to the Black Parade? I'm sure like you've heard that if you don't know MCR that well, but if you've seen the album cover of Black Parade, that little guy, that's like basically the outfit I'm gonna wear with like the Shaco. It's cool. It's cool. Isn't that cool? Like, I'm excited for that. And she's gonna let us keep the outfits too. Like, what you drawing at the moment? I'm animating for an animation that I'm making. Is there anything you would change about your art right now? I'm really struggling with being satisfied with my art, but you seem like you're in a good place with your art right now. You would be correct. I'm actually pretty satisfied with my art right now. I feel like, zoomed in shot, but I feel like, how I feel about my art is like, I always want to have a blend of like apparent style. Like I want to make sure like, okay, my style is shining through. There are aspects of my style in my art, but I also want to make like blend that. Okay, we got carried away. But I also want to blend that with efficiency. We were supposed to put all that stuff on the layer under this because I was doing something. Let me cook. Okay, but yeah. Like I always like want to have like a blend of like, okay, I want to make sure the style is there and you can tell, but I also want to make sure like I'm able to draw in it easily. Like I don't want to have, I never want to have to get into a place where I'm referencing my own art, drawing my art style. I think maybe like a few, when you first make like a change to your art style and you have to do that for a little bit, like, okay, but like I don't mind that, but like like if it's been a few days and I have this like style, like I want to be comfortable with it and I want to be able to draw in it naturally. Because I do not want to have to like be like, okay, time to sit down and draw and pull up a drawing that I already made because I don't remember how to draw in my art style. Like I do not want to get into that territory. So like those are usually my priorities, and I feel like I have that right now. Like I know I'm rambling on a lot to answer like this question and bringing a lot of like unnecessary information, but the reason I'm bringing this up is just because I feel like right now, like I think my style is like pretty satisfactorily like that. And I think whenever I'm not satisfied with my style, it's either like I just like straight up just think it's bad, and I like sometimes like that's just the case. Like it's just like I don't like it and I need to change it. But like a lot of the time, it's just something. It's like either one of those things. Like it's either not efficient or it's not apparent, and there's not enough about it that like makes it feel to me like a style, or I just feel like it's so hard to draw on it, right? And if it's like either of those things, if either of those things are happening, you know, like usually I'll get out of that slump if I just like keep adjusting until I'm just like satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just takes a bit. I'm trying to get back into music. I had to replace all the strings for my guitar, and I'm dreading it breaking while I try to practice. Okay, the first time, I don't know if you've replaced strings on your guitar before, but like the first time it's like stressful, and then after that it's just like you can't, it's just like whatever, you know, it's like routine. It won't break. I gotta be in TikTok, unless my homeboy's gonna slime me for breaking the streak. But yeah, when I turned 18, all my streaks, because I set my age to what my age was, so then when I turned 18, all these streaks popped up with like 7 people. Dabs is one of them now, and I was like, okay, well now there's like responsibility. Like now I have to be on TikTok at least once per day because I have to keep my streaks up. Like it used to be like there's no responsibility. I'm just there because I'm there, but now there's a dedication. Today I have the whole day to myself, and I did all my chores, and I'm gonna be going insane still because there's nothing more to do. That's realist. I'm never doing a TikTok streak again. I accidentally killed the flame. Dabs, we have a streak. Like, what do you mean? Are you gonna kill it? What about Dubs? Broke a TikTok streak once. My homeboy might have to hit me with whatever that says if we're in the same region. We're not. Oh, wait. Oh, you mean you and your homeboy? Reasonable cash out. Yeah, honestly, it like I started seeing them freeze, and I was literally just like, this is such dedication. Like at least Snap is like easy. Like I like send a picture and I'm done. Like I literally just send my friends like a picture of a cat, and then I'm done for the day. Like I don't gotta do nothing if I don't want to. Like, but sometimes I do, you know, like I'll be like, oh, they sent me a cute selfie, I'm gonna respond. But it's like I don't have to, you know, like if I sent TikTok, it's like if you don't respond enough in the same day, even if you have the streak still going, like the streak will be going, but the thing is unhappy. Like the little guy is mad at you, and I'm just like that makes me so upset. That makes me so upset. No matter how you don't put advertisements on my stream. What the hell? But that made me so, like, I was just like, why is he freezing? Like, we literally talk every day, and including today. What are you freezing for? You ungrateful hoe. Like, the hell? I was so offended. I was so insulted. Your style is pretty cute. Thank you. Thank you for answering my question super thoroughly. It was really great to hear. I'm glad you appreciated it. Dlubs the third. Oh, sorry, yes. Dlubs the third. Me and Dabs TikTok streak guy. I undownloaded TikTok because it became a heck hole. For me, TikTok is like 90% like athlete thirst traps. I think it's because I keep reposting them. So they're like, it's, well, not even thirst trap, like the edits. Like the Sigma athlete edits. And that's just my whole TikTok. And like there's some My Little Pony edits there. Like most of my TikTok is just edits. And if it's not edits, it's like brain rot. Like I think I just like mastered my For You page. Like I think it's perfect. It's literally just the same shit over and over again. I love it. Like, the heck. I think I have Oyster's TikTok, but I only open it like 3 times a week. I lurk on Oyster's TikTok. Even if I undownloaded TikTok, I still have Instagram and Reels. Is not better. Yeah, low key. I was like a big like Instagram Reels, like I had Instagram Reels patriotism, like I hated TikTok. And then I actually started like using TikTok like a little by little, just more and more. And then I realized like the content's like low-key better. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's low-key better. Like it's also worse in some ways, but like it's better. I feel like Instagram Reels is very repetitive in the algorithm. Like I'm saying that all I get on TikTok is edits and thraps and like cats and brain rot, which is true. But even that is like more varied than like what I used to get on Instagram after years of curating my feed and nothing to show for it, bro. Like I just feel like it's so repetitive. Like I just get the same, and now it's like all AI slop. And like I think when like the first few AI cats were around, they kind of looked like those like edited cats from like before generative AI, and I was like, that's okay, I guess. Those just, I just like would send them to my mom. And then like I saw more and more of them and I was like, wait, this is low-key AI slop. And I was like, why is my whole thing AI slop? And I'm gonna be a party pooper. It's kind of not funny. I don't know, like from just like an objective standpoint, I don't like AI slop humor. It's like, even if the point is that it's stupid, like I just don't like it. Like it's just not funny. I got a streak pet. We just keeping it alive just because also group chats. I'll also have a streak. On Instagram? I use Twitter but barely, and I refuse to call it X. That's a horrible name. I mean, I loved its name being Twitter. The Twitter bird was so iconic, like, the hell. But yeah, I don't use Twitter, like, at all, but my one friend is, like, a Twitter lurker, low-key, so he sends me, like, F1 stuff. So, like, I check it every now and then to see the posts he sends me, and, like, it's a good place to find, like, reaction images, but that's, like, it. Or, like, if something happens in, like, a sport, like, a hockey or F1, like, something crazy happens, I check Twitter to see, like, what the people are saying. Gotta stay in touch with the people. Oh my god, it's so hot in my room. Why is it hot today? Like, I am wearing a tank top. Like, are we dead ass? It's literally cold. It was literally cold the week before this, and now it's hot. The fuck? Like, what? It's Jersey. It's East Coast. Like, it should not be hot. The hell? In what planet? In what universe? In what universe? Can you guys believe this? Your OC that you're drawing at the moment, I have the same name as my boyfriend. So every time you say it, he perks his head up. His name is Dante. That's so crazy. Once, okay. Like in my head, I'm like, should I tell this story? But it's whatever, because you guys are like my best friend. Like everyone on the stream right now, like top 10 best friends ever, right? So I went to the mall once. With one of my friends, right? And there was a mall ho there, because that's what the mall is now. It's just like looking for cool looking people. And I guess this mall ho is like, oh, 2 alternative baddies. So he asked us for our snap, after a very weird, like, first interaction. Not weird and, like, uncomfortable. Well, I wasn't comfortable, but it was just weird and just, like, literally, this is weird. Like, what this person is saying is just, like, what is going on? Like, not in a harassment way, just, like, weird. It does get a little bit more into that other territory later, but I'll get into that. But his name was Dante. And before I could, like, control myself, like, I literally was just like, oh, Dante, that's the name of my OC. And it was so funny. And my friend, she was just like laughing at me. It was so bad. It was so bad. And crazily enough, like, I was not the weird person in that, because he was so weird. I wonder what he's doing right now. After I finally blocked him, I wonder what he's up to. It's supposed to be negative 100 degrees out here. That's what I'm saying. I think my old TikTok streak was 100 plus, but I did not use it for a while, so oops. These are my first streaks, Dab. These are my first streaks that I'm having, because I just turned 18. It just updated. There's 20 people here. Yeah, my 20 best friends, the fuck. I have 2 friends with 2 of my OC's names that are/were Sonas, and I can't believe that they copied. Right? Like, I don't know why I said that, because I don't let my, like, internet stuff seep into my real life usually, but I'm not, like, closeted about it, okay? Like, I don't mind telling, like, a lot of my friends know, or, like, the majority of, like, people who, like, talk to me on a regular basis, they know. Like, it's not, like, something, like, you figure it out pretty fast. Like, as soon as they ask me what I do for a living, if I'm chill with them, like, I'm not afraid to be like, oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber, and then, like, slowly it kind of comes out over time, and they just find my channel and stuff. It literally, my friends watch my videos. Like, I don't really hide it, but at the same time, like, when I'm going out in public, like, I'm still very careful. Like, you have to reach a certain level of friendship with me before I'm, like, willing to tell you what my YouTube channel is. So, like, or tell you what I do for a living. Like, there's a certain, like, I got, like, certain standards for, like, okay, who's allowed to know this? And, like, I don't know why I said that. And I just, like, I think about that. Like, I was literally just, like, if that was a normal guy and not, like, the absolute freak that he ended up being, like, that would have been so embarrassing. Like, imagine someone approaches you and they ask you for your snap and you tell them your name is the name of one of my OCs. Like, in real life. This is a real life interaction, like mall interact. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Like, that's so embarrassing. And I'm grown. I was like 67. No, that was the summer. So I was 17. I was a 17-year-old, nearly grown. Like, what? Like, what? What? That should have been more embarrassing than it was. If he wasn't weird, like, that is horrible. Like, horrible oral loss. Horrible oral loss. Important question. What's your favorite fruit? Kiwi. I'm drawing while watching your stream. That is so real, realist. Drawing my comic webtoon. So real. When I first met those people, they asked for my Insta, and I looked forgot that all my 2020 to 2021 art was on it. Right? I was gonna follow you, Dabs, on Insta, because I see Insta stuff that I want to send to you, and I don't use that other account that I used to have. But then I'm just like, my Insta's just like me, and your Insta is not just you. So I was like, that's like, I don't know if that's awkward. like my stories are like me. Like, I don't post art stuff. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just like very, because one of my YouTuber friends, we follow each other on Instagram, and both of our Instagrams are just us, and it's so weird because I'm just like, that is so funny. Like, I don't know. Like, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know. They match the freak, so it's cool. Okay, real. I have a roommate now, right? For college, and she does not yet know about this. We're getting there. Okay, guys, can I make a hot take? I think it is genuinely worse to tell your roommate that you are a furry YouTuber. It is worse than coming out. Like, I'm being half serious because I would rather tell, and I can prove it by the fact that I did. Like, I would rather tell this person about my gender and sexual identity, like orientation, than tell her that I am a furry YouTuber. Like, I feel, is that crazy? Is that crazy? Is that a crazy take? I feel like it makes sense in my head. Like, it genuinely is worse than coming out. But she told me, because I feel like when you're meeting a roommate, there's some things you can ask, okay? You can ask them, what time do you go to bed? You can ask them, what time do you wake up? You can ask them, do you like the room tidy? But you can't ask them, like, are you chronically online? You can't ask them, like, are you a freak? You can't ask them, like, are you okay with the fact that I watch My Little Pony and I'm 18 years old? Like, those are things you can't ask. You just need to find out. Like, you need to find out. Like, it is part of compatibility, but you can't ask the question. And you, like, political affiliation, you can't ask. You just need to figure it out. So we were, like, sort of scoping each other out, and we're chill now, guys, just for the record. She still doesn't know about the quiz, but we're getting there. We're making progress. But then I found out, because we were talking about, because she likes Vocaloid, and when I heard that, I was like, no one who likes Vocaloid isn't chill as fuck, right? Like, no. But I was still, like, being careful, so I was like, okay, Vocaloid, and she was showing me some songs, and she showed me some songs, and I was like, wait, she showed me Copycat and Monster. And I was like, wait, so, like, I low-key know these songs? And I finally said it, and I was like, I know them from animation memes. Because I'm like, everyone who knows those songs must have seen the animation memes. And then she's immediately like, yeah, me too. And I'm like, okay, now I'm getting suspicious of her. Okay, she's supposed to be suspicious of me because I'm insane and no one knows. And I don't look insane. Like, I am alternative, but, like, I'm also not in a lot of pictures. So I was like, a lot of, like, I just look like normal. So I was like, she doesn't know about me. I'm the freak. Okay, like, why am I supposed to suffer? But she's this Vocaloid fan who knows what animation memes are, okay? And then on top of that, like, we keep talking. Then I find out that she used to be Gotcha Kid, and, like, this comes out, and I'm like, okay, there's no way you can't be an ex Gotcha Kid and not fuck with furries. Like, it can't happen. So we're still, like, scoping each other out, and we're just, and she likes, like, what is, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Honkai Star Rail, that game. But I don't play that game, but, like, I know the type of people who play that game, and I know they're one of me. Like, there are probably people in this chat who are listening who know what I'm talking about, okay? Like, I'm suspicious. I'm getting suspicious. And then finally, we called yesterday to do our house and roommate form for our college. And we were just doing it together because we just want to make sure we did it right. And then we ended up playing Fortnite. And I learned so much about this person. And she is a woke LGBTQ teenager. So I feel like I low-key won. But I have not yet told her. But I don't think she'll care. Like, am I crazy? Like, I feel like I'm getting signs. So this is crazy lore. I got gifted Nitro recently, and now I can use the quiz stickers everywhere. Best perk of Nitro? Oh yeah, of course, the Cybow sticker. The ops can know I draw furry art. They cannot find my account. Yeah, like, I'm willing to say that I like digital art, and I'm willing to say it's cartoons, and I'm willing to say those cartoons are animals, and I'm willing to say those animals stand up. But, like, the actual account, that is vulnerability. Like, there are years worth of YouTube videos that I self-made on this account that they could just watch with so much information about me. Like, that is a very vulnerable state to put myself in. And, like, when you send someone your YouTube channel and you're friends with them, like, you kind of already know they're gonna watch stuff. So it's, like, kind of like, you have to really fuck with them. Hi guys, I'm a furry tuber. Coming out as a furry YouTuber. It's so bad. Like, I feel like it's more of an oral loss in 2025 to say you draw furries than saying you're gay. Like, I have to ask my dad to send money to people for commissions and stuff because I use his PayPal. It's so funny. Did you have to tell your dad about Quiz YouTube to buy my OC? I'm not letting my school know what my social media is. That shit is classified information. Like, yeah, like my school doesn't know, but there are like people in the school that know. Like my friends know, basically. Like my main friend group, like they all know. Because it's like a lot of my main friend group, like we literally like play games on Discord sometimes. So it's like there's a certain point where it's just like they have to know. You know what I mean? Like it comes out. But like they're all like, none of them are furries. But they all fuck with furries, so it doesn't matter. It was never that deep. It was never that serious. So my friend has a furry on April Fools because I can say April Fools if they hated me. Wait, that's so based. But also my roommate, she also draws, but I don't know what she draws. And she also has OCs, and she knows that I have OCs. But like, am I crazy? But I feel like if you draw and you have OCs, you know what furries are. Like, I've just been analyzing this poor person. I've just been analyzing. But, like, I feel like I lucked out because I was really worried. Well, I wasn't super worried, but I was worried that's like, okay, like, I might get a roommate. Like, I probably will because, like, I have a lot of friends and I low-key, like, made the Instagram chat for my college. So like a lot of people know who I am, right? Like I have friends, but I have friends, guys, I'm normal. But like at the same time, like to get someone that you really fuck with, especially when you're me, like is not easy. Right? So like it's like a little worrying. I was like, what if I just get like a roommate and it's like, yeah, we're chill, but like they don't know me like that, and it's like I'll never really feel like fully comfortable. I was like, I might just have to like just like lock in, pretend for a while, and I was like, I was worried about that, you know, like I was worried like what, like that kind of stinks, you know, like not being able to like be yourself around like a person who like you literally live with, but I was also like, they would have to know that I draw. Because I'm probably, like, I'm gonna bring my like, I'm gonna draw in college. Like, I can't, it's not practical to just not draw. So, like, they would have to figure out eventually, but it's like, I would rather they'd be someone like my roommate, because she's so cool, and I really like her, and we get along really well, and I'm like, I'm literally playing Fortnite with my roommate, bro, but like, I'd rather have that kind of relationship, where they know what I do, and they also, like, we can draw together and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like that's nice, and I'd rather have that kind of thing where it's like, oh, they just like tolerate my hobbies, you know? And I know like you're not always gonna find like a roommate that's like perfect, but like I would rather get as close to that, and I feel like I did. Like I feel like I low-key did. Until crazy take. Welcome back, Dabs. Super Dabs-tastic. I think it's a good thing you have a good roommate. Yeah, I'm really happy, honestly. It's really cool, right? Like, I'm just like really, I'm happy. I'm like super satisfied with my life right now. Hashtag positivity. Funny shit is my main friend group. Plus my OG bro don't even go to my school. My school friend group just knows I have social media and only have my TikTok and Insta, which are personal accounts. That's crazy work. But I know what it's like because I have one friend, I can't say her name. Okay, guys, I gotta stop getting like really close to like doxing me and other people in the process on YouTube because I'm just so personal. I'm just so real. You guys can't handle how real I am. But anyways, she used to live here, but now she moved upstate. So now she lives in New York, Jersey. Okay, so like 2 different states. But I do drive up there sometimes, and she drives down here sometimes, and we're still like really close. She nominated me for the ice bucket challenge. Okay, but it's like sucks because she's not in any of my classes, right? Like it's not terrible to have long distance friends, but it is kind of like lonely sometimes because it's like, oh, they're not gonna be in your classes. And then there's you guys know her as Pax, and she lives in North Carolina because I met her. It is crazy to me how close I am with Pax. Okay, but I met her on Scratch, right? And this girl is from North Carolina, and I have like a 600 something snap streak with her. Hello? But she is like my goat. Okay, she's my goat. She is so cool. But she low-key doesn't live here, so there's only some stuff I can do. Like I can DoorDash her food, and I can send her letters, and send her bracelets, and glaze her story posts, and spam her with TikToks. But I cannot give her a high five yet. But we're driving down there. I promise. PAX meetup gonna be crazy. I'm creating a conservative country. I'm afraid of getting a homophobic roommate. Yeah, that would like be really, that was like a lot. Like I'm glad like we have similar morals. Like I feel like that's a big deal. They just know I draw furries, but that at least they know. Are you majoring in graphic design? I am majoring in computer science and behavioral neuroscience. I have not picked a minor yet. But probably statistics is going to be my minor. Like if I really wanted to do something fun, I would do like cosmetology as a minor because I love makeup, low-key, but more realistically statistics, because I love statistics too. So I'm not sure about my minor yet. Okay, we're getting there. But also computer science, behavioral neuroscience are different enough where I'm like I should get statistics because that matches more with computer science and 2025. And then I could go in AI, not generative AI, I promise, but they're different forms of accessible AI. But yeah, I'm not majoring in graphic design, but I do want to bring my tablet to college because I still want to draw, because art is important to me still, even if it's not like my main interest, like academics wise. When I was in the military, okay, crazy drop. One of my roommates was an ex-skinhead and the other was black and Jewish. It felt like a setup to a sitcom. There's a very like diverse set of like people. Also, you were in the military. That is very cool. My brother is a first lieutenant. He just got married. So, but yeah, that is very cool. I did not know I had like, I don't know. Sometimes I forget that like all of you guys are like real people with real lives and like are really interesting. Like I always forget about that. But yeah, it is nice to have like be surrounded with people that are very like diverse. And I'm glad we are different in some ways because it's just like I feel like that keeps my life like spicy. You know what I mean? To have just like, please. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I like mix of diversity and like similarities. Commission my artist friend to draw my persona. They don't draw furries. That'd be so funny. Me on the way to find Quiz House after the app about IRL. Like I'm gaslighting myself to say that like now that I'm 18 it doesn't matter as much. But I just forget I forget that like I can also endanger other people because a lot of you guys know my in real life friends and like stuff, so I'm like, okay, well I still have to be careful because if I'm giving my personal information away until I move out to college, like that's also their personal information, so let's be nice here. Bro, I love PAX. Well, I know you love PAX and Gigi, but also hi, I didn't know you were here, but yeah, I love PAX too. Love. I literally give her straight up homework on TikTok. Like sometimes I don't even realize how much I'm sending her and then I scroll through it and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like I'm sorry. I want more commission to draw buff furry men, facts, but people keep coming to me for twink furry. That's honestly okay, like that's kind of real because sometimes I'm like I don't want to, like I don't know, I feel like there's not as much of an even split between like body types with furries, and it's like sometimes I just want to draw some stuff that's like a bit different, but like that's what OCs are for. I just know I have some of Pax's designs or one to remember. I mean, yeah, Pax's designs are kind of iconic. She's out of her furry phase though. She's low-key very normal now. But she knows. She watches the videos and she knows, and like I always send her like posts to remind her of what she was. I know what she was. I was just thinking of my old Scratch games earlier today. I low-key made gold back in middle school. Scratch was my peak, bro. Like, I peaked in Scratch. Stats are awesome. Right? I can unfortunately relate to the long-distance friends. Most of my friends are far away, and I'm like, let me meet you, right? It's like, now it's weird, because now I can. Like, I low-key can, and that's weird to me. Like, I have a lot of friends in California, and that's where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be in the Bay Area come August. I don't know my move-in day yet, but then I was just like, wow, like I have a lot of friends in the state and like I can literally just meet these people, and like that's like very strange to me. And I met someone who I met online for the first time when I did a college visit, and you're probably like, why did you go to California? But we have family friends in the Bay Area, so we're like, okay, we might as well visit them and see your school in the process. So we visit the campus, and I was talking to this freshman who was at the campus for a while, just like asking him questions. He has my YouTube actually, but I was asking him questions about like the campus and like the dorms and stuff, and like just like stuff like that, because he was just very helpful about everything. So I was asking him questions, and then I went to tour the campus, and he saw my Instagram story, and he's like, oh, you're here. And I was like, yeah. And then he dropped by, and I was like, we met up, and I was like, that was interesting to me, because I was like, wait, this is the first time I've ever done that, like seen someone in real life who I met online. And like that was insane to me. Like I was like, whoa, like that's like a possibility now. Like that is like something I can do, you know what I mean? Like now there used to be barriers, but now I can drive. Like I intend to drive to meet up with PAX. And you know, like I drive to see that one friend I mentioned who moves like all the time, and like I was like, this is insane. Insane. Wait, you want to be in computer science? Yeah, I love computer science. That is like a big passion of mine, so I would like to do something software related. I don't really want to go into software. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, like basically, okay, what I want to do, and this is insane, and I know it's like a little unlikely, but I want to go into like data science related stuff, so I can maybe be involved with motorsport. Like I'm not picky, okay, like F1's the goal, but like I'll do IndyCar, I'll do NASCAR, but you know, like racing like involves like a lot of data science, so I feel like it's possible that I could get like some sort of position one day in the future. But I also am very passionate about psychology and neuroscience, so I feel like I'm doing a combined major, not a double major, big difference, but I'm doing a combined major between computer science, behavior, and neuroscience. And I'm not sure exactly like what I want to do in the future. I just know I want it to be related to computer science. But I still want to study behavioral neuroscience, because that's like important to me as well, because it's like an interest of mine. So I don't know for sure like, oh, what is my job going to be? I don't know, but I want it to be related to like coding software. Like, yeah. Have you all okay, sorry I'm like reading chat and not drawing, like fully not drawing. I'm getting there. Have you all ever had a smile child walk up to you when drawing? For me, I was drawing my first one in the child, so is that furry? Christ, had a mini heart attack. I don't think I've ever had something like that, but like I've had kids who like really like my art because they're not old enough to know what furries are and know that there's like a negative stigma, but they're old enough to know that it's like cute and they like it. Okay, but are they really, bro, if you don't send the 500 reels a day? Exactly. I think she should thank me, TBH. I mean, she never gets mad, but I'm always apologizing. I'm just too good at drawing twink and I'm suffering from success. Oh my god. W2F is a California. Yeah, Dabs is one of them. I will visit SoCal Dabs because I intend to go to like San Diego at least. And I also really like California, and I've been wanting to go around South California for a while. But I probably will dwell in the Bay Area, but I will be down there, like at least like twice, okay? Like I will be down there, okay? Mark my words. Roaches, you remind me, I had a webtoon I was working on. Oh my god, I have like multiple webtoon artists in my chat right now. That's crazy. My bestie's long distance because I moved away. We get to see each other in summer, right? Like it sucks when that happens, but it's also like if they are a real friend, then you will stay in touch and everything will be okay. So I want to major in art because I want to make games. Your story adds up. That's real. That's real. I really admire people who want to do art, and I think that's like really cool. I have that family friend that I visited. She goes to a college in the area for art in San Francisco, so I plan to chill with her because she's actually really cool, and I'm gonna be in the Bay Area, not majoring in art and not in that school, but it's cool. Damn, you're math able. I can't even do middle school math. I love math. Calculus is my like goat. Every time I see F1 stuff, I think of that one photo of the guy on your profile picture that's infected my preview page. I love that picture, Dabs. Like that is like a part of my personality now. Like that picture is so important to me. But yeah, but I do want to work with like motorsport in some capacity, and it's very possible because like, okay, like it feels weird because I feel like I shouldn't say what my school is, but like I also don't care, and it's like a big place, and I feel like it doesn't say anything about me. But like, I also feel like I shouldn't. But I'll just say that it has a pretty strong program known for getting their students to work with companies, and it has a pretty strong program for that. So I feel like it is very possible that I could get into industry pretty fast and like get connections with industries that I want to, you know what I mean? Like it's very possible. Like that's their whole thing. I see a lot of people wanting to go to college after high school, and it's crazy because I just want to graduate high school and run and do my own thing. I mean, that's real too. I feel like in 2025, it's like if you don't want to go to college, or like if you have any thought in your mind that you don't want to go to college, then probably don't. Or like at least take a gap year to see if you really want to do it, because it's so expensive. Like it's not worth it if you don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I really think I decided I wanted to do art after I played World's Ends with you. I'm quizzing this game till the end. I haven't heard of it before, but that is realist. I think, like, I've always thought it would be cool to work on something game related, because you know I like messing around with the Unity, I guess. But honestly, it's weird. It's weird because when I was a kid, right, computer science was my thing. It was just like when I was doing Scratch and stuff, but this was before I was really into art, right? Because like I always liked to draw, but like I'm not gonna lie, like I always liked to draw, but like I was not very good at it. And I still feel like I'm not like a natural. I believe that natural talent is a thing, but I do believe that everybody or if you're not like physically, you know, incapable, which does apply to some people, I will not lie. But so I'm not like excluding you in that regard, but I think everybody else does have like the capacity to be skilled at drawing. But I do believe that natural talent exists when it comes to drawing. I think some people have a more natural skill for like you know, identifying patterns and being able to replicate those patterns and things like that. Sticky keys, facts. But I believe like it. But it doesn't. If you can have natural talent and you could not practice at all and then not be good, compared to someone who doesn't maybe have the same natural talent but has practiced so much that they are very skilled. So I believe that is like a thing that can happen. But I believe that I do not have a lot of natural skill, and I feel like a lot of my art abilities came from practice and like dedication, which I'm not worried. I'm not like upset about at all. Don't get me wrong. I love drawing. But yeah. So I feel like as a kid, when I was thinking about like game design and stuff, I always imagined myself doing the coding aspects of it, but like dreaded the idea of like drawing assets. And I was like, I never want to make a game because I don't want to draw, because I like to draw. I was just not that good at it, and I was like, I feel like this is always what's gonna hold back. Like I would make games on Scratch and I would be like, the assets suck but the coding is so good, but like because it doesn't look good, like people are never gonna want to play this. But then as I started drawing more, then it kind of shifted, and I was like, I would love to make art for a game because I love pixel art and stuff, but I don't know if I actually want to code a whole game. And now it's kind of like a mix of both, where it's like I'm pretty confident I don't want to make a game. Like I think I wouldn't mind being involved with the creation of game. I don't think I'm trying to make a game though, unless I would be like, you know, involved. I do not want to solo produce a game, or anything close to solo producing a game. Now it's kind of just like I like drawing and I like coding, but I like coding more data than like games, which it's not that it doesn't play into it, but I'm not a game designer. Should not have gone to college. Like I feel like it's fine to admit that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to my the guy who's just in the building for like my guitar band program thing. And he was talking to me today because he was like, oh, where are you going, like, to college? And he was talking to me. He was telling me how he went to Berkeley, not UC Berkeley, not to be confused with UC Berkeley, Berkeley College of Music, because he's a music guy. But he said he dropped out because he didn't, like, he wanted to be involved with the industry, and he was starting to get involved with the industry, and he's like, the senior dropout rate is so high for that school, because he was like, it was not worth my time. And I was thinking about it, I was like, that is understandable. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you find a way to achieve success and it doesn't require completing college or getting a degree, then don't. don't do it. Like do what you need to do. You know what I mean? And there are paths you can take in life that deviate from going to college and getting a degree if that's not what you want to do, or if that's not worth it for you. I feel like it's only worth it for you if you're getting a return on investment. And for a lot of people, they're not getting a return on investment. And for me, I think that I will, and I strongly feel that I will, for what I care about. And I feel like if I want to go into computer science, and if I want to do something like that, like I do have to go to college. And the college I'm going to, again, I'm not gonna say the name, but this is a pretty strong co-op program. I'm going to that college, and I feel like I will get work experience, and I will get a decent enough education that will bring me into industries that I care about. But that is me, and that's not the same, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's different about what they want to do. I think after I graduate, I'll try to be an artist full time, maybe a character designer for stuff, but we'll see. I just want to do freelance. No, that's real, yeah. I know a lot of freelance artists who are satisfied and in a good place. I feel like it's more and more achievable to be a freelance artist as time goes on. And I even believe that despite AI, actually, I think freelance art will still remain, because there's more and more just people who have access to the internet and stuff, and assuming the entire economy doesn't crash, which, you know, that's a whole different thing, but like, there will be people who are willing to support you, you know, like Ferrari for F1, you know, and almost all the F1 constructors, they like to commission artists to draw posters every race weekend to advertise. And they always make these beautiful, like, digital paintings, and it is beautiful. And they've commissioned, like, anime artists. They've commissioned, like, artists who have more, like, a real realism style. They've commissioned, like, a variety of different artists, because it's for. I think that's what they should be doing. You know, they're Ferrari. They're like, they have a lot of money. They can do this, and they should do this because it's beautiful. And I love those posters, and it always makes my day to see them on my feed. And I feel like that will continue to happen, and those opportunities will continue to be there. And I follow one of the artists who was in one of the posters that I particularly liked. I forgot, I think it was Monza. I think they did Monza last year, because I know it was Carlos and Ishal were in the poster. And they had this, like, very, like cartoony looking style, like anime looking style. And I followed the artist because I was like, that's beautiful. Like, I loved it. And they draw the drivers all the time. So I'm like, I want to see you draw more drivers. Like, I love your art. And they were just another digital artist. And I was like, wow, like, anybody can find opportunities like this and, like, really propel their career. And they did. And they're like a Tumblr artist. Like, they're just one of us. You know what I mean? My dad went there. Oh, cool. Okay. And I got a music degree from Ramapo. That's cool. You're in Jersey? That's nice. Jersey fans, Jersey rap. But yeah, it's really, I think musicians, artists are, like, very interesting, and I love to hear, like, artists and musicians, like, stories, because I feel like their paths in life are always very interesting. Computer science is looking insanely competitive right now. I definitely have a lot of respect for people who want to go into it. Also, hey, it's been a minute. Hi, those. What's up? Computer science is pretty competitive, but I personally believe it's not. What I personally believe is it's not if you go into anything that's not software. I don't know, I said that I would like to do something software related, but I don't want to do software, and I'm pretty positive about that. But I feel like if I do go into, like, AI, not generative, I'm not going into generative AI, but if I go into AI or something along those lines, that is still computer science. Computer science encompasses so much. There's software, there's AI, you know, there's like hardware, and, like, more on the engineering side. Like, there's so much to computer science that you don't often see. And I do believe that a lot of software stuff is getting replaced, in a sense, by generative AI. But I also feel like AI has limitations, especially sustainability wise, which people don't seem to give a fart about, but, like, some people do. You know, like, but yeah, very basic level, entry level CS jobs, you don't need people to do those anymore. So that makes sense why people are worried about that. But my personal belief is these higher level jobs that will require, like, a more intense education can't automatically get replaced by AI. And I think it is an oversaturated market, but I feel like it's a oversaturated market in software, because there's a lot of people who can do software. You can self-teach yourself a lot of stuff that you used to not be able to learn unless you went and got a degree. Now it's, like, very easy to learn it. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I think the average high schooler who's going into CS knows multiple languages, which is not the norm, or at least, I mean, I wasn't alive. Okay, I'm 18, but, like, my general assumption is not norm like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Now it is very normal for a high school teenager, not to discourage anyone, but it is very normal for a high school teenager to know like Java, Python, like just know it going into college. There are things that I know how to do that could have been an entry-level position like 5-10 years ago. And I'm not self-glazing. A little bit. I am self-glazing a little bit. I'm pretty good, but like, okay. Like, it's like pretty normal. You know what I mean? So it's like, that is why it's an oversaturated market. But if I go to college and get a degree, I do believe that there are things. I'm not super worried about that. You know, I do believe there's a place for me. Don't crash the economy because I need my silly keychains and merch. Absolutely real. I promise, guys, I am buying them. I am commissioning artists. You don't even have to worry. If someone wants to buy your art, it's because they want to buy your art. If someone is using AI to put an artist down, they weren't going to buy it in the first place. This, exactly what you just said. That is literally exactly how I feel. That is what you just said. Commercial work is something people do not think about enough. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. It was just eye-opening for me to see that, where I'm like, Ferrari is like a car brand, but like they found a way to support a Tumblr artist and like multiple artists like that. But it's not just Tumblr artists. There's also like older artists, younger artists that they've been commissioning to make these posters. And I'm like, that is very nice. And like this artist, they got to meet the drivers, which like if you don't follow F1, like understandable, but these drivers are paid millions of dollars. These are public figures. This is like, I don't know, debatably the 20 best drivers in the world, at least for open wheel racing, for sure. They got to meet the two Ferrari drivers for this poster that they drew, which is beautiful. So and like they were talking to the drivers, and Carlos was like, I feel like I look better in this than I look in real life, which is not true because he's beautiful. Like, don't even, but like, I mean, actually maybe it was true because the drawing was beautiful too, but Carlos is like literally a Greek god, so like, I don't know, but he was saying that, and I was just literally just like, this person, like, this was great for their career. Like, they just got so much publicity and they got to meet the drivers, which was probably like a highlight of their life. And I was like, that's really nice. Like, they really elevated this person's career. And like, there are opportunities you don't even think about. I remember mentioning computer science, not even going into it, and this guy immediately started yelling at me to not go into it. They're trying to read out the competition, I'm telling you. I think an unpopular opinion is I would rather not be commissioned at all than an AI supporting company. If the company isn't willing to commission people, then I'd rather get none at all. Yeah, facts. I agree. I agree. Although generative AI, I do like to make that distinction because I'm getting a computer science, neuroscience degree, but like, I do believe generative AI is bad, but I think there's a lot of AI that is not bad. I think it's still limited by its environmental impacts, and I think we do still need to think about it, which is why for like my learning community thing, I'm doing like sustainability, because I do really care about that. And I do think that's like a big limitation of AI that we have to think about, like, how can we do this in a more realistic way. But I think there are some forms of AI that I do actually, I'm like hesitant to say that, but I do support, not generative, because I think a lot of generative AI is just a waste of the resources on the planet. And I completely agree with that, and I'm an artist, so obviously I have opinions that you guys know based on context. But when it comes to like the medical field and things like that, like, I am very for finding a sustainable way to research into AI because it is saving lives. You know what I mean? Like, just putting that there. But I've said that in a video, right? I made a video, like, I forgot what I said in that video, but I'm pretty sure I said that. Headed to bed. Hope you have a good rest of your stream. Good night. Have a good night. I think it's 10 p.m. here. It's 11 p.m. here. So true. Like, information is so accessible. Main reason I'm kind of on the fence about art school. Main thing is networking. Yeah, now it's more about like connections and stuff, and you can get those on the internet. Honestly, you can get those all over the place. There's good AI and bad AI, and good AI is a tool. Yeah, I agree. Some AI is like literally propelling humanity forward in a lot of ways, and I support that. I do think generative AI is very morally flawed in a lot of ways, and just like realistically flawed, because it's like, this is not a good use of our resources. But I think I do understand the hate for generative AI, because I feel like a lot of the time it's like, we don't need that. Like, you don't need a dancing cat reel. We don't need to be using resources for that. It is so unnecessary. And there's the whole like Katy Perry space thing, which I agree is so annoying. That pissed me off really bad. But like, you know, you have that going on in the context of the world right now. And I know it sounds like I'm saying a bunch of words that don't mean anything. And have a point, but I just feel like when it comes to a lot of like AI slop content, I'm like I get that it, like, to a lot of people it's not that deep. To me, I'm just like, that the fact that it's not that deep is why I think it's fucking stupid. Like, we don't need AI slop. Like, no, it's not even that funny. Like, it was never that funny, and I'm just like, we don't need to be using resources for this. It's such a waste of a very insane development. We're using it for this. Is ridiculous. Most AIs, to be honest, it can actually be really helpful. For example, a Whisper can translate other languages even with thick accents, which can really change communication. I did not know about that, but yeah, I agree that is another very good use of AI. Non-generative, where it's like, it's not used just to generate art or generate content or generate text. It's being used to like actively propel humanity forward in limitations that we had in communication and medicine and stuff, technology. Like, I agree that that is a good use of AI. AI can definitely be used for stuff in good ways. Doctors can now find chest cancer way faster. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like medical field. I'll only support AI that will roleplay as Sonic characters. Okay. My main issue with a lot of generative AI is I just feel like they're taking away free will and opinion. Like, it's not gonna get the kids away from those damn phones, but like, honestly, dude, like, why are you using AI to be making a whole AI video about some random meme's backstory, right? Oh, sorry, I just combined those two messages, but yeah, I agree. Really, it's like some generative AI just feels like it replaces something that didn't need to be replaced, right? Like, AI, when it comes to like that translation thing, it's adding something that needed to or exist, right, to better like increase the efficiency of communication that is so important to like the development of humanity. But like, a lot of generative AI is to replace just drawing. Why do you need to replace that? Doesn't need to be replaced. That is a hobby. Like, why would you need to replace that? And it's like, if you think about it, like, you don't. And if you need to replace it, it's for making money, and it's for making posters, and it's for making advertisements. And when you think about that, it's like the whole purpose of this being a thing is money. Like, and I know that's always what it's about, but it's also like, that doesn't help people. Like, and then when you think about the whole environmental impact, it's just, what the hell? Like, why we don't need to do this? And like, it's that is what I don't like about generative AI, where I'm like, this is replacing something that did not need to be replaced. We did not need to replace art because art is a hobby, and we did not need to replace art at the expense of our planet, which is already threatened, to replace drawing, which is a hobby. You know, like, when I just keep, the more I think about it, it just sounds stupid. Some people just don't care about it. That's the main problem, is that people don't give a fuck. Like, that's actually just genuinely the problem. Like, it's just people who just like, they don't care because they don't see the immediate effects of what they're doing. They don't see the water getting used, and they don't see resources getting depleted actively, because wherever they live, they are not seeing the immediate effects. They're not seeing the owls dying. They're not seeing the birds migrating sooner than they're supposed to. Like, they don't see these things happening, and they don't care. And that's like the problem. Like, you can't, like, can you force people to care? Not really. Like, you have to find a way to tie it into something else that they do care about. But then you have to figure out what they do care about, and some people don't care about anything, it seems. So it's like, like, I was saying, okay, this is like too much to say on YouTube, but I will say, I was saying that it would benefit a certain political party to bring back the Dodge Challenger. Okay, and that sounds so stupid, but I genuinely think that would propel their campaign so much to defund a certain electric vehicle company and bring back a well-beloved, you might know it as the Ghost of the Goon car, that is no longer being produced in its V8 form, because that is what the people who don't like that political party, that is, am I going too far? I mean, like, I'm very loudly opinionated about this, but I also feel like, I mean, just click off if you don't like what I'm saying. But anyways, like, that is what they care about. They care about gas cars, and I get it. Like, people, we don't want to bring back V8s because they're not good for emissions, but also this specific electric vehicle brand that they could hypothetically defund is spearheaded by like one of the worst people ever. And I think that is common ground because unfortunately these people don't care about anything. They only care about their cool cars, and I care about cool cars too, but I genuinely think it would propel your campaign to just bring back a gas car. Is it that deep to bring back a gas car that not that many people were getting anyway because it's like rich people car, and get rid of this, like start defunding this brand that both parties can agree don't like because they don't like it because it's electric and they don't like EVs, and then we don't like, or the other people don't like it because it's spearheaded by the worst person ever. So common ground, that's how you make change. Okay, you find common ground. How did we get here? All I'm saying is if some random dude breaks in a Tesla, I know what's going on. No, don't say that. My plans, bro. I think some people are just so passive to the point they don't care about morals. Like the culture of individualism and the nonchalant trend is low-key damaging. Low-key, yeah, facts, exactly. My quiz stream, unthinkable. I know, right? Like I'm back to streaming once. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, I won't keep going with that. I get that like some people are not here for that kind of conversation and they're here for like art and vibes, so I get it. And I'm, you know, I want to make it clear that like I'm not going to be quiet about certain things I believe in, and I know that that's not really what my target audience is, and I know that's not really what my platform's about, and I get that. Okay, I get that, but I think I don't really care, so okay, but like I don't feel like I owe it to anybody to be professional on a personal social media, so, and I don't think it's necessarily professional just to decide to never talk about how I feel about current events, and I feel like that's something it's the type of thing I would say like, oh, it doesn't matter when I was like 8, but I'm not 8 anymore, so like I've acknowledged that it does actually matter. So, I don't know. I'll take crazy take. Can we have all have cars that look like Cars movie characters? Have you seen those like Porsches where they're like Lightning McQueen? And I've seen Miatas that are like Lightning McQueen too. But wasn't he what was he? I feel like it was like a Camaro, no? Or a Corvette. He doesn't really look like a Corvette though. But I remember seeing somewhere that he's a Corvette. But he looks like a Camaro to me. I don't know, but they're all cool. They're all cool when people do those raps. What's your opinion on the Team Cheese and John Pork ongoing legal battle? I will always be a John Pork girl at heart. Like, I really love John Pork. Yeah, we're past the point of having these talks saved for special occasions. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, yeah, like it was easier to say that it doesn't matter in like other time frames when it genuinely like just didn't that much because everything was like no one's actively being threatened, but like at this point like it is the active part of pretty much all of your lives, or at least if you live in the same country as me. Even if you don't, honestly, and it's still my country's fault. But if you say that it's not an active part of your life, then you're ignorant. Thanks. But you know, and I don't think it's necessarily. I feel like, you know, if you're like a teen or like a kid, like you don't owe it to anybody to be informed yet. It's nice if you are, but I'm not gonna like make you feel bad if you're not. But like, I just think like at a certain point, it's like, yeah, at this point in time, it's like these aren't the type of things that you only talk about with friends and family. Like this is like actually like matters. So yeah. I don't know. I know like some of you guys are like way older than me, and I know my age range in my audience is like pretty wide. So I know like some of you are probably like, you don't know what you're talking about, and I probably don't. So like to some degree, I kind of acknowledge that, but like it doesn't make me like less opinionated. I don't know. fully based. Oh, we're getting near the end because now the wobble frames are doing their thing. We're not getting near the end because this is one animation and there's a bunch of them, but we're getting near the end of this one. So, progress. Good, we were up the OG John Porter. Great, exactly, yeah. Fuck with the music, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I miss animating, I need to get back into it. I haven't animated in like a while. Well, I'm like, I animate for like commissions sometimes because I sell animated commissions still, but like never like this. It's been a while since I've done like big position changes. I mean, I'm not calling this like a huge position change. Don't advertise on my stream. Like, what are we not understanding about that? But yeah, like, I've often missed like more wide, like more bigger animations. I haven't done that in a while. I only know one car, a 2019 Chevy Silverado pickup truck from a Lego movie to add. My brother drives the Chevy Silverado pickup truck. Lego cars should be a thing like that you can drive or build. Wait, that would be so funny. I mean, like I have a lot of Lego car sets. Dabs, do you have those? Because I know you're like a Lego fanatic. So I was like, do you have like the F1 sets? Just because it's like you collect Legos, or like do you only collect Legos that are like relevant to like the things you are interested in? I never really knew. Like, does your collection include like the McLaren, like because that's a fun set. Like, lucky, like even if you don't like F1, I feel like it's just like fun to build. I have like a shrine in my house. It has like that McLaren, and it has a Ferrari F40, and it has a McLaren F1 car Lego that came out a while ago. And then it has, I just got the new Ferrari mini set, like pit stop set that I have there, and I want to get, because they released Legos of all the cars now, so now there's a lot that I have to get, but I don't have to get the teams I don't support. So, but I want to get the Williams, and I want to get the Ferrari of that, and build those at some point. We'll do that at some point. Right now the investments are Sephora and dorms and savings. main priorities. The more I think about how like approaching real life is, I'm like, okay, yeah, I need savings, like, because there's so much, man. Like, living is hard. Like, you need to pay for so much. Like, I'm like, once I get a car, like once I have to get a car, it's gonna empty my bank account, bro. Like, what? I gotta get a job. Like, this is not. I mean, this is nice actually, though. I'm glad I did this. Like, on a real note, like, I'm glad I pursued YouTube. It's low-key a good way to spend my teenage years. But low-key, like, I might have to actually get a job. not yet. Like, I got time. I'm gonna go like study for a while, but this is Ferrari car at Legoland, California. Dabs. I gotta go there. I gotta go to Legoland, California. You can't drive it. Oh no. Wanted you argue your pony sound, but I can't find it. Here, I can just send it in chat. I'm dedicated like that, no? Make sure, yeah. Okay, I'm like checking my stream like anxiously. I'm like, I'm not sharing my entire computer screen, but I'm not. Where is his thing? My Little Pony. Okay, where's the reference? There isn't. Where's the reference? No reference. It is a base fill, but that's fine. There's one F1 Lego set I want. I don't get cars, but my cousin has so many of them. That's so real, so realistic. My dream car is a 70s Ford pickup truck. I mean, yeah, those are kind of based. I agree. I feel like if I do kind of want a truck. If I get a truck, I want a Dodge Ram, probably. I mean, but my brother used to drive a Ford F-150, but then he got the Silverado, so the Ford F-150 is technically mine. Not really though. I don't drive it, but like, I want a Dodge Ram. I don't know, but I don't really want a truck anymore. I wanted a truck when I was like 17, 16, but now I don't. Like, I feel like if I'm logistically, like, if my first car was gonna be a Honda Civic, bro, because that's gonna be a used Honda Civic, and I'm not gonna take the muffler out. I feel like that's maturing. Is it maturing? Because I fully intended to take the muffler out. Like, when I was 17, 16, like, I was gonna get a Honda Civic and I was gonna take the muffler out. And, like, I literally knew about the stereotype and I didn't care. Like, I don't think I'll be doing that. We're gonna get a Civic, and then, like, I want to get a Porsche 944 as, like, a project car. And just renovate just for fun. That's my just for fun option one day. The dream car is obviously a Ferrari, but that's not, like, that's the unrealistic dream car. Like, I don't know, I guess we'll just see, like, where I end up. It's like, I want a fun car, but I feel like realistically my fun car is not going to be one of those, like, fancy cars. It's going to be like a project car, which is fine, you know, that's fun. Guys, holy based. Sorry, that's like my thing. I've been saying holy based a lot. Jeez, Mimo, what do you mean I have to drive in California? What do you mean? I like how this has turned into a chat session instead of animation. Yeah, it's just like me animating like a little bit at a time and then tabbing out and reading chat. How do I get into Toy House? You need a code. I can give codes. I have like codes. I've been like I usually try to wait for like once a year giveaways, but if it's like someone actively wants one, usually I'll give it. I stopped saying like publicly that I'm giving them away because the spam was insane. Like, I was getting like 20 friend requests on Discord a day and it was kind of insane. And I ran out and then people kept messaging me. So usually I do once a year giveaways, but if you need a code, I can give you a code. But yeah, you need a code to get Toy House, but you should be able to click the link and like access my art and my reference sheets without an account if you don't need it, if you don't want one. I've got a Kia and I'm so ticked off because that shit broke down. Girl, don't get a Kia. Like, I'm sorry, okay, other than Teslas, the only cars that I don't like are like Kia Souls. Like, I just hate Kia Soul. And isn't there a Nissan Cube or something that looks the same? I hate that shit, bro. What is that? Like, what is it? Who designed that? But like, yeah, Kia sucks, bro. If you want to get a reliable car, first car, I would say get Honda Civic, get Toyota Camry, because I love Toyota. Toyota never breaks, okay? That shit does not break. You either get into a accident that crumps your car, and it probably still will drive, or you trade it in. Like, it's not gonna break. It's Toyota, it doesn't break. I know nothing about cars, but I want one of those 80s brightly colored vans. Those are cute. No, like, those are cute. I have a 2008 Honda Civic because I gave up. That was literally like the plan. I was literally like, get a 2007, 2008 Honda Civic. Like, that's probably gonna be my first car because it's like, that's decently reliable, you know, it's like decently reliable and it's like a fun car too. Like, I feel like Honda Civic is like the fun, affordable car. Like, fun car for people who are not trying to like have to take it in every day and are not trying to spend $1 million. I asked in art by chat if anyone knew where to find them, and one dude just said, nah, I got one, DM me. Yeah, that's like the best way to get them, TBH. Just a random person gives them. I had a Honda, but it got stolen. What? Bro. That's why I'm kind of like happy that I'm going to California and not somewhere nearby, so I'm not inclined to get a car because I heard in the Bay Area, it's like more, you should leave your car unlocked because they'll literally break in. Like if you lock it, like you need to leave it unlocked so they can see that you have nothing. You can also DM me, by the way, on like Discord or something. I'll send it to you after the stream. Okay, yeah. Well, what was I doing next? This one. This one we're not animating. Okay, this one is 2 frames. I'm not doing that. Or maybe... No, it's gonna be 2 frames. And then we're gonna make it wobble because I can't just do 2 frames. Oh my god, okay. You should be able to... I'm not gonna say it, but you should know what I'm animating if you're observant. There's clues. And there's context clues too. Put on your context scarf, context hat. See, I've been having a mixed feeling. I kind of want to start drawing this thing on top of the air. Is that crazy? Because I feel like in 3D, wouldn't it just be on top of the air? If it's like facing forward, why would it be behind the air? I think once I had a client that had a character where they were drawing it in front of the hair, and I like thought about it. I'm like, wait, why do I draw it behind the hair? And like the more I thought about it, I was like, wait, I don't want to draw this behind the hair anymore unless it's like facing that way. Like, why would it be behind the air? If you had horns growing out of your head. Okay, I have emo hair, I can attest. If I had horns, it would just go through. It would not be hidden under my emo hair because hair parts for things under it. Doesn't... Is that great? Guys, new renovation. I think we should start doing that. The first car I bought for a few hundred dollars? Because I cracked it. Oh, okay, we're getting into the good part. Because a crack addict wanted to sell it fast and cheap for his next hit. Honestly, a win is a win. A win is a win. A few $100s? Like, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Like, my plan was, like, save up $5,000 in my separate car savings account. Take out a loan and get a $10,000 used car. Hot take. Because I think by then, I'll be able to meet the minimums and more, so we're not suffering on interest. I don't know. We're getting there. We'll have to wait until I'm making more money. Okay, based on how much money I make right now, that's the plan. If I get more money, then we won't do that, okay? Okay? And I say this, okay, I'm just gonna make it there. I do come up from a well-off family. Like, I'm not, like, suffering. Okay, be that, make that clear. But I do want to pay for my first car because it's like, I don't know, that's just like a personal thing. And my parents are like, you don't need a car from us, and I think that's true because I live in like suburbia. I take the bus to school. Like, there's a bus. I don't need a car, so I feel like that's kind of true. Like, what they're saying is true. So I feel like if I get a first car within the next like 4 years, college, I don't need one because I'm going to college in the city. Like, I don't need one. Like, I low-key don't need a car, so I feel like it's like more of a want than a need, or like convenience than a need, and it only will become a need once I'm like graduated, TBH, or like later on in college. Is premium worth it? It's worth it if you use Toy House a lot. It's worth it if you have to upload a lot of images. Like me and Dabs, we draw a lot, so sometimes it's like tedious to upload one image at a time, so you can do multi-image upload with premium, so that makes it worth it if that describes something you need. If you want to invite people to the site, it's worth it. If you want to support the site, it's worth it. If you want CSS on your page, it's worth it. It really depends on like, do the benefits appeal to you? Gotta save because I'm starting to depress and stuff. Oh no. Good night, y'all. Good night. Good luck. I'm sorry about that. Miss drawing cats all the time. So much simpler times. Old ass man over here. Right? I don't know. Sometimes it's I miss Sorry. Okay. Sometimes I miss when I could just draw my OCs and only my OCs. I feel like I'm gonna slow down on commissions and only sell them when I feel like selling them versus just like leaving them open for windows. I'm probably gonna sell them one at a time and be like, hey, I'm gonna sell an icon, who wants to buy it, and then just do one icon commission in that way versus like my commissions are open for 10 days and buy them now. I think I want to change to that other format because you know, like most of the money I make up are I make from YouTube, and like I love drawing my OCs, and like when I'm gonna be studying, like I'm not gonna have as much time to do it. Okay, but I'm not gonna have as much time to be drawing like commissions, and it's just gonna be hard to balance. So I feel like I can move a little bit more away from commissions, except when I just have the motivation to do them actively. Back in my days, all I drew were furries. I hate and love learning to draw humans. I'm trying to learn to draw humans as well, and the only reason is because I want to draw F1 drivers, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I feel like I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I put them on Tumblr sometimes. I miss that phase of my life so much. Traditional art, student crying. Oh my gosh. No, but you're locked in those. It's gonna get better. Do you think you benefit from producing more YouTube videos? I would, like 100%. I would make way more money if I just made more videos. But at the same time, like I'm a busy kid, low-key, and it's like, you know, like okay, like for now I do once a month because that's what works. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need more money at the moment because I'm a high school student. But like in college, depending on like what my schedule is, if I can make more videos, then yes, I would make more money and that would help me a lot. But that's for college, you know, like right now it's like I don't want to worry myself of like, oh, I need to be making like I need to be making $30,000 a year, or like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't, like it's fine that I get like a check at the end of the month. That's nice, and that's nice, you know what I mean? Like that's good to be putting my time towards. But like I don't need to be treating YouTube like a full-time job, because it's not a full-time job. I'm a full-time student. Like priorities for me should be YouTube is a hobby. And I think it should stay that way until I actually need it to be a job, which I hope doesn't happen. But not to say that I wouldn't, like, I love YouTube. You know what I mean? I love doing this. I love doing what I do. But I really hope there's not a time where I am relying on this for independently financially supporting me as a person. I hope that day does not come, because if that day comes, like that means I'm treating YouTube like a job when I don't want to treat it like a job. I want it to treat it as a hobby that I get paid to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like I love doing YouTube because I enjoy it and I want to keep it that way. So really right now I'm just like, yes, I am aware that if I put more time towards YouTube and more of my free time towards YouTube, then I could make more money. But also like making it so that, okay, I upload once a month gives me something to do. There's always a project that I'm working on, but I don't need to be putting all my free time towards YouTube. I can hang out with my friends if I want to. I can go play guitar if I want to. I can do my homework as I need to. And then I'm also taking a math class over the summer through my college. They gave me this like scholarship for taking a class over the summer. I don't have to pay for it, and I get credit, so I'm gonna do that low-key because it's worth it. And I love math, so yeah, you know, like it's like I want to make sure I balance everything. I don't want to be spending all my free time drawing and making YouTube videos and not doing anything else. It's so bad I forgot to draw furries. Really? I don't know if I'd ever get to that point. I don't know. I guess like if I only drew people and not furries, then I would probably feel the same way. So that makes sense. I like doing commissions to buy silly stuff, right? Like I want more Fenty Beauty lip products. Like, man. But honestly, I think that's so fun. That's why it's like if I see something I want to buy and there's nothing in my PayPal, like, yeah, sell a commission. That's why I want to move towards that format instead of just like opening windows and then having something that I have to do for like months. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to do that anymore because I'm kind of like getting more and more busy as time goes on, which is nice because it's like I'm adding more stuff to my schedule because I want to. But like I'd rather have the type of thing where I'm like a cool new blush dropped from like Lady Gaga made a new blush and I want it, So like I'll sell a commission. You know what I mean? Or like I make a your character here because I'm bored and I sell a few of those just cause. Or like things like that. You know what I mean? More cat to furry to art student pipeline. No, but that's real though. That's real. I get it. What if I didn't get into work? Bro, I think about that sometimes. I would not have met Pax if I. It's so weird calling her Pax. I feel like I'm moving backwards, but I also like feel like it's her right to privacy, even though I don't think I give a far. But like, she doesn't give a far, but like, it's fine. I haven't called her Pax in so long. It would be so funny to just like start calling her that to her face out of nowhere. And then she's just gonna be like, what are you doing? It would be like her calling me Quiz. That would be so funny. Imagine when I meet up with her. I was thinking I should meet up with her this summer. That would make sense. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that would be like me meeting up with her and being like, hey Pax. So funny. Oh my god. Jump scare. She's probably not watching this because she's probably sleeping. Actually, maybe she's not sleeping. She could be like playing Fortnite or something. I don't know, but I think she's sleeping. What's Warrior Cats? Oh, it was like a book series, yeah. But a lot of us used to read that book series when we were kids, which is like kind of what got us into this art sphere. Because like when you're a kid and you're like reading a book that's about like cat characters, you wanna draw them, or you're like finding content online of like other kids who like the series who are drawing the characters, and that's kind of how we got into like, or like a lot of us, how we got into like drawing animals and drawing furries, was through that like pipeline of like, oh, we like this book series and we want to draw the characters, you know? It was like this like fantasy type novel thing from like the perspective of cats. So like it was aimed at kids, which shouldn't have been, but I don't know. Crazy book. It was very violent for kids book, but everybody was reading was kids. Yeah, like in retrospect, I was like, Warrior Cats was low-key violent, but it's fine, you know. It was like cartoony violence, like, you know, like well, not it was because they're kind of graphic sometimes, but like it was kind of like cheesy violence, you know what I mean? It was like, I'm the villain and I'm evil. So I feel like in that light, like it made sense that it was for kids. Okay, why can't I draw? What's going on? Come on. The way I drew it here, I didn't give it earflows, but I did here. Okay. 30 inconsistencies. But this one's more simplistic, right? Because we're just doing wobble frames. So let's do a little bit more simple looking. Hello? Pen, please pick up. Holy days, okay. Please tell me I filled in the nose everywhere else. Thank god, okay. His tongue is black, I always forget, you gotta invert for Dante, okay. Oh god, my contacts are getting dry, I gotta wrap this up soon. My furry pipeline was so weird because I used to ironically hate on them, and now I just draw them. Right? I feel like that's like a lot for other people too. I never really had that because I was just always drawing them. So by the time I was in middle school and I was learning about all the furry hate and stuff, I was like, well, I kind of draw those, and I didn't even realize I was furry until then. So I kind of like missed the whole like I hate furries era. But like it's weird how like a lot of people go through that where they're like they just hate furries because, you know, it's just what you do as a kid, and then they kind of realize, wait, I like to mess with this. But I love that for you guys that had that pipeline, because honestly, okay, let's move the ref to where it's supposed to be, Yugoki. Okay, But I think it's like really interesting, like if you like kind of had that development and growth, or not even development and growth, you know, like I feel like to some degree it's just changing as a person, what you like to do, what you care about. Okay, do I want to just put 2 fluffs here? But I didn't here. This keeps bothering me because I don't want to be super inconsistent, but I'm also like, it's not that deep. Like, no one's watching this and being like, oh my god, you drew the fluffs differently in this scene of your character that shows on the screen for 2 seconds versus this scene of the character which shows on the screen for 2 seconds. No one's thinking like that. If you're thinking like that, you're low-key a hater. Not gonna lie. I don't have time for haters. I'm like young Justin Bieber, bro. Actually, no. No, I'm not. Never mind. Actually, I look at M. Okay, young Justin Bieber was such a vibe, and we didn't catch it. We spent too much time bullying this kid. I'm saying that when I know literally nothing. Okay, if there's a controversy, I don't know it, so sorry. I'm kind of tired of this song. I liked it when I first listened to it, and I don't.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
I head out soon. I don't want to lose too much sleep. I need to wake up and go see the Minecraft movie. Oh, based. Okay. Good night. Yeah, I enjoyed that, honestly. I didn't hate the Minecraft movie. I had fun with my friends. It was fun. Only a kid in my school who was interested in warrior cats, and I had no internet groups to share with my interest with. Felt like the last survivor in a zombie apocalypse. I could not imagine school, going through elementary school and stuff. Like I had friends that were just very kind, so I feel like they didn't love warrior cats, but they were willing. Like I used to explain the plot to them at recess so that we could play warrior cats on the field and stuff, and I would be like, okay, so this is everything that happened in like books 1 through 9, and then you can be this character. And like I remember like I would take like one whole like recess period just to explain so that the next recess period we could play. Like I was just like really into getting them caught up, and they were probably like, wow, you're so annoying, and they were just like so patient. When I was in 4th grade, my teacher had us do this thing where we wrote a letter to ourselves, and I think it's cute. I like that she did that. And she's like, write a letter to yourself when you're about to graduate high school, and then I'm gonna mail it to you guys when you're about to graduate. This girl, she retired, okay? She retired a year or 2 after our year. She sent me the letter, okay? I just got it in the mail. And this girl sent me the letter on my birthday, and I don't think she did that on purpose. I think it just happened to go like that. Like it just happened to be on my birthday, but I was like, this is so funny. And I opened it and I was like, oh my god, because I completely forgot writing that, right? And this girl, I'm saying this in the perspective of old me, said, okay, I want to go to college in Boston. Technically, I'm going to college in Boston, okay, because I'm going to be in California for a year. And after the first 2 semesters, I'm going to be going to Boston. And because the college I'm going to has multiple campuses, but so I was like, okay, so technically we're doing that, and I was like, oh, I want to code. Oh my god, this is peak, by the way, that's playing in the background. So I'm doing. And I also said, I hope I'm still drawing. That I'm doing. And I said, I want to be an author. That I'm not doing. I still love to write. I just think, well, actually, technically, okay, I'm writing. Scripts are harder to write than you guys think when it's a 20-minute video. So I guess like technically I'm still writing. I would consider that a win. And what else did I say? I was so obsessed with Minecraft, and I don't even remember being that obsessed with Minecraft. And I asked myself like, hey, what's my big obsession now? Is it still Minecraft? I hope that Minecraft is always still with me. And I was like, bitch, please. Like, okay, like it was cute, but I was just like, dude, we have bigger fish to fry, okay? We're obsessed with Blink-182 now, man. Like we cannot be wasting time on Minecraft. And it's cute because I was just like, yeah, I really did like Minecraft, didn't I? I was so into that. I just forgot being that into that. I was like into that. Minecraft was my Blink-182 back then. That's crazy. And I was like, wow, someone should have put you on Blink sooner, man. So much wasted potential. I was busy going crazy on my Minecraft. Like, what? I didn't even know peak. And like hearing Weezer in the background is crazy because like freshman year I was so obsessed with Weezer. I mean, like I still love Blink in freshman year, but like, I think I loved Blink since 5th grade or so. But 4th grade I just genuinely didn't know it that well. I think I knew like What's My Age Again and that's it. So someone just needed to put me on peak, man, sooner in my life. And in elementary school, I was more of a Green Day fan than I was a Blink fan. I still love Green Day, don't get me wrong, but low-key I like Blink better than Green Day. I know, I'm sorry, I just do. I mean, I still love Green Day, and I would still say they're arguably more musically skilled. Tom is a great songwriter, even if his music is very simple, he's good at what he does. So I don't know, I would say. They're great bands, they're just both great bands, how about that? But, I just wasn't on peak yet. I did not listen through Blink-182's albums or anything when I was in elementary school. So I just really liked Green Day back then. And like, in 4th grade, I guess, I just really liked Minecraft before I was just a music kid. I mean, I was always a music kid. What was I listening to before Blink-182? I guess I was listening to like metal when I was in 4th grade. I was listening to like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, I guess. I was just like dad rock. It's weird. I went through the progression of music like as it happened in time. Like I started with like 80s, and then I was like anything later than 80s is lame because old music is better. And then I moved on to 90s, and I was like, okay, anything later than 80s and 90s is lame. And then I was like, wait, actually 2000 music is gas, and I love this. And now I just listen to everything. And I used to be like, I listen to everything but rap kid, and now I listen to rap. Like, hello. Character development at its finest. Oh, those are Onion Skids. I was like, oh my god, don't tell me I drew on the wrong layer. Okay, cute. Cute line art. Hi, Bree Draws. Wait, I watch you. I watch your channel. What's up? Me and my friends dressed up as 2 of the YouTubers who were in the movie, and we went, really? No, I remember, I saw your TikTok, Dabs. Your mumbo jumbo? That was what you did, right? What did I dress? I wore a Weezer shirt that said I heart One Direction, and then I wore these sandals that are realistic fish. And I wore a hat that I got in Tennessee. It says size matters, old guys rule, and it has a fish on it. That was my Minecraft movie fit. I lost the letter I wrote for myself of a similar thing, sadly, but I have an old diary entry from when I was a little kid that was kind of cute to see. Sorry, this is a little late. No, you're good. Yeah, no, it's cute, right? It's cute. Like, I gotta make sure to, if I ever see a, I should tell my like cousins, I should be like, make sure you write a letter for yourself when you graduate, because it's gonna be nostalgic. Make sure they know that. I need to listen to music more. Just all my saved stuff is like soundtracks or other silly things. And soundtracks are fun too, you know? But yeah, I do recommend everybody in the world like listens to as much music as they can. Hot take, music is cool. I'm wearing a Priest shirt right now. I still love Priest, man. I think I saw them live. When did I see them live? Maybe a year ago, 2 years ago? It was summer. I think it was summer of 2024, probably. No, was it summer of 2024? I don't know. It was one of their tours. When they came to Jersey, I don't know. They came to Jersey twice though, and I missed them the most recent time, but the time before that. And he's in good shape. Like for being like what, 80 something, he's like, obviously his voice is deteriorated, but like I think he was saving himself for Painkiller, and then he like low-key belted it for Painkiller, and he ate down. Like I was like, man, this old man is like low-key cooking. But yeah, I still love Priest, you know, they're iconic, but when I was in 4th grade, that's all I knew. Like, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden was all I knew. I didn't know any music. I liked AC/DC, and like, I was just like a dad. Like, I didn't know anything else. Going through my old journals for me is so funny because it was so badly written. Oh my god, my handwriting was awful. I was like, I can barely understand what this person is saying. What was I saying? I just like was picking out these like sentences of like, Minecraft is so cool. And it was so nostalgic. I was like, oh my god, I was such a loser. I mean, I still am, but I'm a more fleshed out loser. I have more seasoning on me. Same thing with if the same thing with music happened for me, except as EDM, it went from early 2010s to now, right? Like I used to never listen to EDM. Like I used to think EDM was booty. Like, and now I listen to EDM all the time. The heck, like. Thoughts on Youngboy NBA? Okay, maybe I don't listen to everything, but okay, like TBH. I'm looking at my Spotify right now. I'm not gonna lie, I don't listen to, by the way, I don't listen to a lot of mainstream rap. I feel like a lot of the rap I listen to is older. And if it comes to rap, more so that I like hip hop. I like Childish Gambino a lot. I like Brockhampton a lot. So I feel like a lot of the quote unquote rap is more hip hop that I like. But and I love a lot of female rap artists because they just kind of eat down. Like I'm not gonna lie. But no, like I listen to a lot of like very feminine music that I used to never listen to. Like I love Megan, but like if you showed Megan to 4th grade me, I would have a seizure. Like that would be so bad to me. Like I would not like that the way I love it now. Fire Fit, right? Oh man, I was gonna go to that when I was on my mom's birthday. Oh my god, that sucks. Man, like I was gonna see Caravan Palace a second time recently, but then my brother had to plan a stupid wedding on my birthday. No, he planned it the day after my birthday. But I was gonna go on my birthday. They were in Boston. I was like, I kind of wouldn't mind just going to Boston. But my mom was like, no, I don't know. I don't want you driving all the way to Boston. And I was like, fine. Like, okay. On a random Thursday, she was like, the so party pooper. But that made sense. But they were in like New York or something on the 11th. And I was like, I wanted to go there. But then my brother had to plan his stupid wedding. And I was like, man. But it's fine. We'll see. We'll catch him next time. Fleshed out loser. Yeah, I feel like now I got more seasoning. 30k minutes played on Lego movie soundtracks, but if that's what you like, that's what you like, you know, that's kind of based, you know. I feel like now I'm way more open-minded about people's music taste than I used to be when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid, I genuinely thought like rock was the only good genre, and I like just thought like everything else was not as good. Like I think I liked electro swing just because like I was exposed to it by this one artist I loved. What was her name? She was on Scratch. She stopped posting now, but she used to post, and she's such a good artist, and I looked up to her so much. Her old name was like Riot, but spelled with a lot of ones and zeros. But now she rebranded something else, and she posts on again. I still follow her, but she liked electro swing, so she exposed me to electro swing, and because I watched her content, and then I liked that. But that was like the exception, and then everything else was just rock, and I was like, anything that's not rock is bad. And I used to be the type of person, so I was such an elitist about music that I was like, I would have told you that Blink-182 isn't that good, or I would have like, cause I feel like it was more of a guilty pleasure for me when I was a kid, because I was like, I mess with like What's My Age Again and End of the State album music, but I kind of see like I kind of see it as fake punk when I was a kid. I mean, like I get what I was coming from that, but like now I kind of just I'm like, yeah, I don't think they were ever trying to be real punk just because they were inspired by punk. I always tell you guys so much stuff that you just don't need to hear, low-key. Like, you do not need to hear my opinions on Blink-182's status as a punk band and why is the neck here and that is there. Do I want to fix that? Is it ever that deep? Was it ever that deep? It was low-key never that deep. But yeah, this is why you gotta make sure your sketches are not as lazy as mine were, so it doesn't end up like this. But yeah, I don't know, like I just feel like TLDR, I just feel like I am way more like, okay, everything is good. If I just listen to it, I actually do end up liking it. And if I can come from the perspective of like someone who likes that music, like I can understand why they like it, you know what I mean? Whereas, like, when I was a kid, I was like, anything that's not what I like sucks, and I'm never gonna listen to it. I didn't listen to much because I didn't know you could listen to stuff out of the out of radio. You're right, like I didn't really know how to search up music on my own until like a certain point, so that makes sense. Okay, you know what? Sleep is important. I am gonna close it out here. If you want to see, okay, I made this early in the stream, and then I'm working on this. 1 second. Sorry, let me dial out. Okay, yeah, I'm working on this right now. If you want to see a little sneak peek of the other stuff I've been doing, I'll show you. IG. There's also another thing. It's not saved on here, but it is. Oh, that's a commission I'm working on, but it is in my like editing program. I just accidentally closed it on Clip Studio, but it's finished and it's like gonna be like some of you guys are gonna understand what it is when you see it, and that's it's gonna be a throwback though. But there's probably gonna be more little mini animations here that I'm gonna be doing. I might not though. I might just finish these and then loop them. I'm not sure, but yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. I had a lot of fun talking to you guys. I'm glad that a lot of people tuned in and enjoyed it. And I might stream soon. As you guys know, I'm gonna have a busy week, so not for sure if I'm gonna stream or not. But I had fun, and yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this. So hopefully, next time I upload, you're gonna see the finished product of this. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys sometime. Good night, or good morning, or whatever, you know. See you guys.